Weather brought to you by jwolf.com. Value driven.
Good Sunday morning, everybody. Back on First News this hour with Daryl Burton. His story, spending 24 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. Now working as a counselor with the TurnAround program of Catholic Charities of Kansas City, St. Joseph. Welcome back. It's good to have you back this hour.
Yeah.
All right, a compelling story, needless to say, in the last hour. But here you are now working for a program helping mentor, counsel, and essentially help people get their lives back on track after walking out of prison. How does that work?
Well, I mean, Catholic Charities is an organization, in fact, that was coming in prison and helping offenders when I was in there. They were some of the ones who were introducing Christianity to me. And so, I mean, and I was going to some of the programs that they presented just really for the, the food and the cookies and the cakes and things. But actually, it was more than that. They really care about, trying to help offenders when they reintegrate into society and try to get them established. And when I came home, I literally didn't know anything. I didn't know how to use a debit card. I didn't know how to, turn on a television. I didn't know how to use a cell phone. Of course, didn't have a job and all these other things. And so Catholic Charities is an organization to try to help men and women when they return into society, try to help them get, jobs, get housing, food, clothing, and all these other things that are very, very essential. And also try to help you get credentials like identification and birth certificates and Social Security. So they do a lot for offenders when they come back into society, and there's a lot of work to be done in that area.
You may have already answered this question, but I am going to re-ask it. What are the first things that someone who is just getting out of prison needs?
The first thing they need is credentials. They need, identification. They need birth certificates, Social Security. They need those things first and foremost. Then, of course, they're going to need a job. I mean, everyone who comes home is going to have some employment because you got to pay for things here in society, whereas in prison they gave you like toilet paper and and a place to sleep. But out here you have to pay for those things, and it costs. And so a job is very important for offenders when they re-enter into society.
And if you're a prospective employer, maybe interested in this program, and perhaps an employer who is asking him or herself the question, how can I trust these guys if I hire them? How can I trust them that they're not going to try to rip me off or that they're going to do a good job? How do you answer that question?
Well, I can say to the employer, these people deserve a second chance. They deserve a second chance. And I mean, you probably, I don't want to say, trust them to begin with, but give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they prove themselves, I mean, and then that speaks for itself. And that would help the next offender who comes out. I mean, so it's just like with anything. It's just taking a chance on these individuals. I mean, I can't vouch for everyone that come out, but by and large, most of them want to do the right thing. And a lot of them started with a life that was pretty rocky to begin with, broken homes, drugs, their parents were using. And so a lot of these people that go into prison, they didn't really have a fresh start to begin with.
This is a program
not to make excuses for them,
But you're looking not only for counselors, for mentors, people like yourself, but you're also looking for employers to step forward with opportunities.
Correct. That's right. Yes. I mean, all those areas you just named are needed. Mentors are needed to come and assist these people to make a commitment for a year. Just be there for them, like a big brother, big sister, someone that they can call and someone that they can, perhaps relate to. Because a lot of these people come out, they have a lot of fears, they have a lot of concerns, they don't think they can make it, really, managed out in society. They've been controlled and told what to do, so now they have to think for themselves. And a mentor is someone that can, really show them and just hold them by the hand, so to speak, and let them know when things get rough, don't give up. Because you're working with, what did you say, something in the neighborhood of a couple of hundred clients a week? Well, no, probably, yeah, about 200 or 300 a week. Yeah, so, it's quite a few clients that we get, and that's what's called, emergency assistance. There you go. Daryl Burton, the TurnAround program, Catholic Charities of Kansas City, St. Joseph. Best of luck on the program and the work that you do. And for more information on the program, how you can help, go to KMBC.com right now. Click on As Seen on KMBC. Back to you.
Well, if you have